Awesome. Let's just get set up here. I know, thrilling. Watching me set up the stream, but you guys are here early, I don't know what to tell you. There we go. Okay. Danganronpa. Alright, I think we're all ready. Alright guys, welcome back to Danganronpa. We have just finished Chapter 5. We are now heading into Chapter 6. It looks like we are almost done. In the last episode, we fell through our execution. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. The same people that put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. Okay, right now, we have to escape.
Anyway...
Right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Alright, let's do it. Okay. Just click around. Yeah, we did this already. I remember the airplane and helicopter space shuttle. Hey, Echo, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolute vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right. And we should be able to use it on that door, right? I hope so. Hey, Kayoko, can we use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kayoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. Click. Here we go.
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Where is that going to take us? Is it going to take us back to the trash room? Finally, we were finally free, but there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. Chapter 6. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, and ultimate death. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up, like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off of it. So Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long? Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. It was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it.
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort.
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. It's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains it. Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose, to protect the pride of her family.
However,
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. The reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
what?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you're reuniting after all these years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However,
There is something I want to say to him, though. But no matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever. The last time I saw him. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in the line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future,
However,
but he had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died and simply ran away. He went to my grandfather and he had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me, because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kayoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that. What she might have been feeling. All I could tell was, compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live, and that's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not
However,
true. There's one thing that I can never forgive.
So...
The way everyone else looked at me, I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However,
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need him to step out of the shadow.
correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by the heart and soul? No.
Hey,
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence, and after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Trash compactor door. Looks like this is
Indeed.
it. On the other side of the door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're
that's
back.
right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... Looks like we're back.
Whew.
But I can't believe how long the ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of here. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kayoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning with Amber. Alright, Kayoko. Talking to you next. So now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So
Then let's just get to a concrete let's just get a concrete answer, huh?
in other
Let's
words,
ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
however,
We try to hide. It's only a matter of time until we're found out. And it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying that rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind isn't the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Makuro's death. There was a moment when the mastermind let their guard down. It was?
Right.
We can talk to Monokuma. We can confirm it. It'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. You're like, hey, Monokuma. One second. Right. Let's go. Okay. I'm just looking up all the... I found a list of point locations. So we're gonna
Shall
try
we
to
go?
grab what we can. Let's get out of here.
Shall we go?
The gym, Monokuma. Let's go to the gym. Let's go to Monokuma. Gym. Here we are. Okay, let's talk.
Well now.
Hey. Kayoko, I don't mind so much. Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd wreck. Are we really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kayoko help you?
What?
What if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again. This time I won't leave anything to chance. Kayoko,
Right.
do whatever you feel you have to.
However...
Before you do, let me say one thing.
No.
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that it matters to you, right? Huh? You, explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
Because...
Well, you set up the latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
In other words...
I was supposed to be chosen as the Blackened and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
However...
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The result of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in a position, one person would protect another like that.
Right.
And in response to that unexpected development,
Indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and tried to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However...
But then there's another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of being that could come to our aid even after you've killed it.
Am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Makuro. You did. Good. Yeah.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto.
Well?
And you can prove this, right?
Wow.
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this, comedy routine to make such a bold claims without a shred of evidence?
That doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
But because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because...
If Makoto really was a killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution, he would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
However...
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
What the heck?
That's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence.
Indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased.
indeed.
Imagine what everybody out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. We want to earn our despair, fair and square.
that's what we have to do.
Then I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Makuro's trial over again. Only this time you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time
It's
for
time
one
for one
last
last showdown.
One
final.
final battle between hope and despair. Hey,
Fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Makuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. Well, what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed.
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for bear jokes. Yep. Now that you've suggested it might be a possible, it would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
in other words,
Does that mean you
You
accept?
guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? And I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out? Or will my despair claim victory?
I can
Let's have
barely
one
contain
final
myself!
grisly showdown. He agreed. And we still have one shot at this.
Barrett!
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
guys!
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. That's right. Every last mystery that's pawing around the school, if you can do that,
I can barely
then
contain
that'll be enough
myself!
to qualify as victory for you.
it's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. And let's bear it. If you can claw your way to the truth of Makuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school,
You guys!
then you win. If you can't do all that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When will you learn the whole truth? What kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held?
What's
I remember
wrong?
that, for sure. So what?
hey,
I just wanted to confirm that is what you said, right? And that's it's a true statement. You don't have to be suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations, and having a trial for Makuro is no exception to that. Makuro's trial is no exception, then it's part of the regulations, which would have to mean that whoever killed Makuro, it's a very polarizing approach, I know that, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
listen.
Are you telling me the truth? Why do you go quiet all of a sudden? I'm done talking. I've got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would you? What's so mad? He seems emotionally unstable. Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go? No, I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting ready a super duper extra special punishment. Overflowing with despair. Come on, Makoto. Let's go. Okay. Oh. He is giddy. Hanakuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. Can't wait to go to the breakfast and freak everybody out. I could hardly believe it, but Somehow I ended up not getting executed. Still had my life and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt.
However,
Don't think me just yet, the real battle's over. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. Honestly, why would the Mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
So-
They had no choice but to accept.
because
It's all because of that one moment the Mastermind let down their guard, like I said. So, when was it that the Mastermind let down their guard?
so
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the Mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airways to broadcast their school to the life outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However,
And yet somehow the Mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something like that.
so
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other. They wanted to show the world.
it would
The
seem
Mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations are designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
in other words.
So the Mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why? Prove a point, most likely. Prove a point.
Hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope, to kill each other and sink into despair, the Mastermind wants the world to see that and to try to prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal as the ultimate despair. They want to prove that despair is better than hope. That's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. The group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, yet that same motivation is what led to the Mastermind revealing their weakness.
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The Mastermind has got to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the Mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but
at
one-sided.
the very least,
At least this is how those who are watching this would see it. And that's why the Mastermind couldn't kill any of us
indeed.
themselves. That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of the regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. In my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use this class trial, following all their proper rules to get me killed. They just mentioned Junko. They brought her back. They began a trial that didn't have the right answer, and made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the Mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you, who was also not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the Mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
It would only do the Mastermind harm to have it shown that they violated their own regulations. But all that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the Mastermind to accept your challenge.
however,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got a chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the Mastermind's thoughts. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. It looks like I got it right this time. At least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh, and I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I couldn't tell if you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we've decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. Not pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. Can't defeat the Mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do is now work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
However...
Is that really possible? Huh?
Anyway...
Anyway, right now we have to go find the others.
Shall we go?
They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? Alright. Let's go find the others then. Alright. Noise. Gotta mute. Unmuted. Alright. Let's go. Where are we going? This way, upstairs.
Hey,
Spare Hotel. Alright. See if we can run into anybody here. He's dead. Master Hero. Is Hero's room? Is he inside?
hey,
I don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Or are they getting breakfast right now?
hey,
Keep looking. Hero's gone. Toko is... I don't even know if I want to talk to Toko.
hey,
And... Byakuya. Mondo, gone. Byakuya, Toko. Everybody on this side is almost gone except Byakuya.
hey,
Are they eating? Oh, it's nighttime. And suddenly we were greeted with... Ugh, you again. You broken? I suppose its emotional instability has reached its limit.
however...
Nice.
Is that Makoto?
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but
Oh, here he
you're
comes.
not a ghost, right?
As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself.
What?
Hey, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away. Shoo, shoo. And in a flash, my tears dried up. Huh. Alright.
Makoto.
Yes.
What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Last class trial?
In other
We were
words-
gonna redo Makoto's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it. Like I keep telling you.
Wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you. And who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is it was all the work of the mastermind.
Huh?
What? You're saying the mastermind killed Makoto?
That's right.
It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop it.
However...
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What
You
did you
spotted the
say?
trap, did you, Makoto? You made it sound like it was easy. I just,
However...
But executing Makoto wasn't the blackened. It is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial, and the mastermind agreed. Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain leverage you needed, didn't you?
Correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally... Go to explain it again later. So knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Makuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school.
Huh?
Every last mystery.
But
We've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone?
I hate
Hey,
you.
you said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us. I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with... Oh, God. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible. Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say.
But
We're figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Makuro, and all the school's mysteries. Pretty tall freaking order. Maybe this time, the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. If we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all the mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. What?
I
can't agree with the idea of working together with everybody. Working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Sure, I told you that the killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students, and the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? And Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Why?
So in
If
other
the mastermind
words,
really is the one who killed Makuro, as Kyoka says, then the mastermind would have to set foot in the school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Makuro. But there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other
But
words,
according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot at Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in this killing game. Then the mastermind is somebody. There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. And in Makuro, you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them.
that's right.
And one of those 16 people we started out with, the only one still alive, are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? Or it's somebody that we executed already. It might have been Junko.
no way.
You can't be serious. Wait, you can't say for sure it's true yet.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. Mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. You mean they're an ultimate, right? They're the ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? If you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active,
Well,
maybe they snuck off and controlled them in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right,
And
right?
maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Fair. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Is it bedtime?
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Okay. How very monogamous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
Time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name
At this
of my
point, I
family.
can rely only on myself, and the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility. Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. He didn't take me with him.
Hey.
You blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream, or coffee. You're totally useless. So bye. With that, Toko trudged off out of the dining hall. And now she's gone, and you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kayoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a
Wait, how
second.
come?
How about
Just
that?
wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit powers to figure out the Mastermind's true identity. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off on themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing. I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know? But up until now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been there, I would have died. Dakota. Yeah, that's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
Okay.
So I figured at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. You know, with surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. Once again, it's just us two.
Indeed. However, so
I see what you mean. Doing our own investigation doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as splitting up to cover more ground. Then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
so then,
Well, I better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
No matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth, by any means necessary. That Kayoko gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I can't believe the Mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. To prove the Mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the Mastermind's true identity, solve the mystery of this school. And then we can all escape together. Oh, investigation. Taking a look at Makura's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's body is unknown. Victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Is a Junko. Once we find out who killed Makuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the Mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with one of the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center where Monokuma's facing. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before, that should be open now too, right? After that, I have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Places to check has been added to the truth bolt section of your handbook. Okay. So, do we do the investigation now, or do we do it later? Let's do a little bit now. Okay, let's do a little bit now and then we'll get out of here. Let's get out of here. There's some coins. Got you. And we'll grab this. Before. I don't think we're gonna get any free time anyway, so, but I don't know why I'm doing this, but whatever. This is not the way. We gotta go this way. Go up. Classrooms. Where is the art room? Yes. It looks like we're revisiting all the places, or all the places that where the murders took place, rather. So I guess this entire place is like murder capital. And let's go up one. Okay. This is the dojo. Let's talk to anyone and everyone.
What do you want?
Am I so disgusting you want me out of your sight? No, that's not it at all. I thought maybe you would find a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything. Not a single clue. I figure since this place was related to the case, it would have to have something, right? There wasn't anything out of the ordinary there. Go back. Give me back my precious time. Calm down, Toko.
What's your
I'm coming to calm
problem?
down. You have any idea what's going on through there right now? Well, if everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless. Good for nothing. No one's gonna say that. Master will. I'm not sure I can disagree with that. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? Well, I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. Oh boy. Okay. Let's escape to the garden. I bet there's still something I'm missing here. This is the what, bio lab? No, there's a classroom. We're gonna go that way eventually, but let me go check the garden. Alright, now we'll go to the second floor of the dorms with not here. His body's not here. That is going to make things very difficult for us. Huh? Okay. Alright, well, let's go to... There, right here. Just let me fast travel. Oh my gosh. Don't let me fast travel, are you? Oh, okay. Let's check the outside stuff first. Yep, sprinkler panel. That sounds fine. Ooh, chickens. Yeah, there were more. That one was very good. The Kuma flowers are true. Does it really eat people? Tie stick? Eat people? Well, blah blah blah. What's monitor gonna say anything? Sprinklers. Nope, Monokuma plant. We're gonna kill. And we're gonna have to check the shed because there's no other thing left. We didn't find anything even close to a dead body, but if it's not in here, then it must be. I have no idea where. The corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. One other thing. The tarp. Tarp played a key role in another case, so better look into it. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet. Which means the killer must have left a clue somewhere behind here. I didn't notice it before. There's a small stamp on one corner. It's a biolab, and this originally came from the biolab. Okay. There. Yeah, anything else? Just checking before they say we can't dip out of here. fertilizer, which we don't. Now can I get out of here? Yes, I can. Let's go here. Dormitory. Why won't you let me leave? Alright, get me out of here. Knowing you from here, better start looking into the body, my friend. Better start looking into the body. But, before we do that, let's go to the second floor of the dorms. Who designs these stairs? They're awful. So we spend all our coin. There's no sense in hoarding now, right? What are you? Nice. We'll probably get some repeats now. Baseball, that would have been good for. I don't know what his name was already. I don't know what that is. Flashlight. 20%. Okay, snacks. And let's finish off with this coins here. Another baseball. Nope. Stop. Let me get out. Should probably get one. Now, upstairs. Second floor. Gates open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms. I have to do it. Yeah, we do. Ooh, it is creepy. Or no, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up in here or something. Yeah. This is a nice room. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has more of an adult atmosphere.
Correct.
Yeah, headmaster's private room.
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have only one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Regret. Anything in this corner? No, anything in this corner. Okay, that's one thing I should. Open the wall.
So So...
There's a gap there, but not any normal gap. I can feel grease coming out of it.
Indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it.
Indeed.
Very easy trick, yeah, so I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on the PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However...
I don't have a clue what that password might be. You're right, it's not nearly enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked through all this paperwork and files on his PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might give me might have been his password. When I think of how much time I've wasted on this. Okay. Another chair. Nope, sorry.
Correct. It would seem... However, in other words... How... Whew. Correct.
Okay, ultimate despair has been entered.
What?
Yeah, I figured it was gonna be her name.
Well... Hey,
Alright, let's type in. Ooh, that worked.
why?
What do we got? Okay, let's check everything else out first. Okay, let's do it.
Makoto. It would seem... Anyway,
Okay, just open it. What? Kayoko's advice was no use. I let out trembling. Cry? Yeah. What was in the box? Bones, human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined? I figured it was like Gwyneth Paltrow's hat or something.
I see.
Because there's a lot. What are you talking about? I mean, there were bones in there. Well, it's not specifically I was thinking of bones, but I just had a feeling it would be his body. It's pretty much the same thing, a dead guy in a box. My father. What? What about him?
Correct.
What do you found in the box? Those bones, that body. That's my father. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? That's Kyoko's dad? The same man that she's been searching for? Hold on, how can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we've already had, that's the only possible answer. So this is the same person, may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. Killing game began, or 16 students. Alter Ego said the headmaster was probably here in the school. But the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume.
In other words...
And most likely, my father was in the school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyways. Kyoko explained her analysis. She was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties. But that was all that was. But was that all there is to it? We gave up on that started the blah. Got it. In room. Do-do-do. Here we go. Alright, I think I might want to call it here, actually. So let's pause here, and we're going to take over tomorrow, including final bit. Okay. Okay, sounds good. All right, we will call it here, and I will be seeing you next time.